Making her ring walk, Yazmin Martinez Jimenez.
From Mexico City.
Her opponent, Perla Bazaldua.
The 20-year-old from South Central Los Angeles. With her standard Tejana. She wears every single fight. So she wants to start collecting them, and yes, that one is expensive. A 10X with Manny Robles on her side.
Manny Robles is a trainer that I work with a lot. I'm currently working with him with Armando Toro Resendez.
Oh, you're working with Toro, huh?
Yes, I've been
Very
working
nice.
with him and Manny for a couple years. I worked with him with Sergey Bohuchik and numerous other fighters. I always enjoy working with Manny in his camp, with Estrellita and his son Manny Jr. and Matias, the strength and conditioning guy.
Studios, Long Beach, California. It is Night of Champions 5. Being presented by the fastest rising promotion in the industry, DMG Boxing, along with Top Rank Incorporated, and being sponsored by Fightbook. If you'd like to be considered for future DMG boxing events, sign up at fightbook.com. Happy Jewelers. Happy looks good on you. Drive it, along with Casa Mexico Tequila, Auténtico Corajillo, Torque Law, representing the people, and Adams Boxing, the official brand of boxing this contest. Set for 6 rounds or less in the super flyweight division. Our judges at ringside, we have Christy Rosario, along with Ron Scott Stevens and Fernando Villarreal. Presenting first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. She enters wearing the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red on the scale. She registered an official 113.5 pounds. In her 7th bout as a pro, with a record of 3 victories against 2 losses, 1 bout even, one of those victories coming by way of KO. Fighting out of the Nacho Berrastain Gym, Ciudad de Mexico, Yazmin Rayito Martinez Jimenez. Her opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing dark blue with white and black trim, her official weight, 114.25 pounds tonight. This fighter with boxing in her blood enters the DMG boxing ring, an undefeated professional with 3 victories. One of those victories coming by way of knockout. Straight out of South Central LA, La Vaquerita, Perla Bazaldua. Our referee, David Soliven.
Okay, ladies, I gave you instructions in the locker room. Expect a good, clean fight. Listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. There's a little high here. That went okay? Good right here. Touch gloves. God bless you both. Coach?
This one is scheduled for 6 rounds. 2-minute rounds for the women.
Mark,
Undefeated 20-year-old Perla Bazaldua, a big big-time prospect signed by Top Rank. And Top Rank has done a great job, Mike, over the years of developing women boxing.
Yes.
Michaela Meyer comes to mind. And one of the people that
Commission,
Perla
ready?
is friends with is Michaela. So they have a great relationship.
Absolutely, and not just women in general, but women from LA with Michaela Mayer, Sanisa Estrada, and now Perla being the latest. I've had a chance to see her and her brother in the gym many times. They're such nice, respectful kids, and they're very proud of being from South Central LA.
And for more on the relationship between Perla and Michaela, here's Lindsay Payares.
Yeah, they actually share a manager, Perla and Michaela Mayer. So that's part of the reason that their relationship first began. And she says they are very close, and she's gotten some good advice from her.
I mean, you have Michaela who comes in, and Manny works with Michaela, right?
He actually has worked as an assistant and a cut man, but he's been part of her camp, I think, since she turned pro, because Manny had such strong ties with a lot of those amateurs from 2012 and 2016.
With USA Boxing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's a good work. I actually saw Perla spar 2 weeks ago. I was in there at Manny Jim's at Knockouts Boxing in Southgate, and she was going to work.
Yeah, don't let that baby pretty face fool you. She's gritty in that ring. She likes to fight. She loves to fight, let me say. And I like what she's doing now with that. I love a jab to the body. I love a jab to the head. I like a fighter that knows how to keep range. Those are just things that I teach and I've always tried to adhere to.
Perla started boxing at the age of 9. 60 amateur fights only, as she said, because a lot of times she'd go to these tournaments and there wouldn't be anybody for her to fight.
And a lot of the females run into that problem. I know a couple of gals that when they go there, there's nobody there in their weight class, but they're very willing fighters.
She said the amount of sparring that she's gotten over the years, the amount of quality work that she's gotten.
Yes, and to close out this round, let's not forget about Yazmin, because she definitely came to fight. And
Absolutely.
I like her outfit there.
From Mexico City, that's tough.
And she's from the Nacho Beristain gym. I worked the world title fight with Nacho one time.
Oh, did you?
With Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. when he fought Canelo.
Wait, you were in that corner, Mike?
I was absolutely in that corner at the T-Mobile Arena. And the one thing I can remember about that fight is we got to the arena late because Julio Jr. was taking a nap and he couldn't wake up.
Yep, I remember working that fight. That was a heck of a week. I was doing a lot of the hosting for that fight. And it was interesting how Chavez Jr. that week.
Yes.
We'll put it that way.
To say he was a little bit relaxed, I'll just say he was relaxed in many different facets. Wishing Julio the best, though. I know he's going through some tough times. I always liked Julio.
He's cool.
He gets, people come on him hard because of who his dad is. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I never had to chase my money with Julio, and he was always very straight up with me.
Yeah, it's his fight with Sergio Martinez. My goodness. We're going to see more of that. But I digress. This is about Perla Bazaldua right now. Perla, the 20-year-old. Her dad took her to the sport. Her brother, Kristek, is also a pro fighter. They went to, both of them, just in the gym all the time. She went to Sarah High in Gardena here in Southern California, which produces athletes like no other.
Yes. Maybe not quite as storied as Long Beach Poly, but they're right up there as well. And you're a former Carson guy, correct?
Yeah, Carson. Lindsay went to St. Joseph Catholic School and UCLA. So
All local.
All local, yeah.
Local.
Wow.
Yeah, so Perla, like Sarah, is where a lot of the USC football players come from.
Yes.
So it was known that her and her brother were the boxers at that school. It was just they got their own recognition.
That's great. And her brother Kristek, not a physically imposing guy, but a good young fighter in his own right.
Yeah, family with roots in Guanajuato, Mexico, central part of the country.
For you out-of-towners, that's right near Huntington Park.
Yep, right there. Still got Chop Gonzalez to come, and after this will be Charles Fonseca and Henry Mendez.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Sam Arnold.
Yeah.
And you can hear Manny Robles in the background shouting out instructions. I like how Perla puts her guard up. She blocks punches. She parries and pars that jab which as time goes by seems to be a lost art. She knows how to work that circle. She's well schooled, and she's got some really excellent trainers in her corner.
She doesn't look like she's only had 3 pro fights.
No, but that's because the things that you said and the people that she has worked with, she is well schooled and kind of wise beyond her years. But she's in tough because
Yazmin's tough, man.
Well,
landing right at the bell, does Yazmin.
imagine the pride and the prestige, even though Nacho Beristain is not here, the fact that you fight out of his gym. He's built those legacies like Freddie Roach has at Wild Card, as we see some action here with Perla in the corner. And Yazmin landing a good left hook, but Perla's very measured in her approach. She's defensively responsible. Look at her move her head, even though she did take 2 good left hooks. And getting back to what I was saying about those gyms that have story like Freddie Roach, Emmanuel Stewart at the Kronk Gym, Manny Robles is doing that with his legacy, and the same as his late father, and Robert Garcia at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy is definitely well on his way to that legendary status.
Robert Miranda, Raymond Alcorta, and Juan Zavala in the corner of Yazmin Martinez. And it's Manny Robles, his son Manny Robles Jr., who was an excellent fighter, fought for a world title once. And Estrellita Edgar Hasso in the corner of Perla Bazaldua.
Yes, and Edgar Estrellita is a very underrated trainer in his own right.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen the video of Andy Ruiz chin checking his trainer and the trainer just wearing it? That was Estrellita.
Yeah, he wore that one. He was a real champ on that one. As he sits next to us, I'm sure he doesn't want to be reminded about that.
Oh, he does, because he tells everybody, I didn't go down, because I was a flyweight.
I don't think Edgar's a flyweight anymore.
No, he said was.
yeah, he wasn't a flyweight then. There's a lot of beans and tortillas out in the Southgate gym. Good combinations by Perla. Yazmin is very determined. And she's got that vaunted Mexican left hook that she brings with her after every combination.
Yeah, another example of don't judge by the record, because Yazmin Martinez 3-2-1 is very, very talented.
No, she is. She's a very sturdy fighter, and she's got a really excellent left hook. You know, I've worked with Manny and Estrellita with another female boxer, Guadalupe Medina.
Oh, on 360, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's who I saw Perla sparring.
Yes,
They went at it.
I'm sure they've spent a lot of time together. Great body shot. Yes, both very talented.
Let her go. Get off the head. Stop.
Yazmin is 24 years old. She's coming off a KO victory.
Yeah, she definitely has some talent. Win, lose, or draw. Because of the dynamics and the landscape of female boxing, you reel off a couple of good wins, you could actually fight for a world title.
Quickly.
Very. We could even get Lindsay in shape. She could fight for a world title.
Oh, no. I'm not volunteering for that. I will just be ringside.
Good answer. Good answer. See the highlights here.
A good jab. Perla's looking to keep her range. Another good, nice 1-2. I like how she anticipates punches, but you know what? Yazmin is getting that. She's getting that hook through. That's her money punch. But I love that straight right hand that Perla throws. It's very accurate. I would just like to see her get offline of that hook a little bit, and I'm sure that's something her trainer Manny Robles is letting her know.
Yazmin Martinez 3-2-1, but Mike, her 2 losses were both split decision losses to undefeated fighters.
I've been around the boxing game a little bit. When I see those kind of things, that a fighter loses a split decision to what we like to call, maybe some people call the house fighter or the A side.
She was on the road both times.
And that speaks a loud volume sometimes.
Ooh, good left hook landed by the fighter from Mexico City in white.
And you know, she came here because she had an opportunity, and she's not shying away from it, and she's giving Perla all she can handle. I know we're giving Perla a lot of flowers because of her pedigree and who she's with, But Yazmin's in a fight. She's very well schooled. She's very well schooled.
And Perla's coming at her.
It's turned into a really good fight here.
What's Manny Robles saying, Lindsay?
Manny Robles is saying a lot of good things about Perla. He says he likes her demeanor, how she's controlling the center of the ring, beating Yazmin to the jab, making her miss, but he did give props to Yazmin. He said she's a really tough fighter.
That's something Manny was telling us in the back. We were talking about, I think, in a hand wrap. Like, you cannot overlook anybody from Mexico City, especially that gym, Mike, which you've been bringing up.
Absolutely. I mean, look, you can just tell she's well schooled. She's around people that know what they're doing. Nacho may not be here right now, but look, the legacy and the teachings that he's passed on to others, you can see in the ring with her. And that's the beauty about this sport, is that it's so family connected. I mean, this fight is evident of that. The fight with Elvis Rodriguez and my own son being in the ring with Elvis.
Yazmin is very, very aggressive in white. She's been first this entire round.
She's a very tough out. She reminds me a little bit of Otar Ananesian from the last fight.
A pit bull, the nickname for him.
Yeah, they would name her the pit bull, but I think she might get a little mad at that.
She has that
most women
style.
want to be called the pit bull.
I don't know, if you're in the ring, I'll take it, because I like her style.
What would Lindsay's nickname be?
Lindsay?
The opposite of whatever Pitbull is.
Like one of those little irritating dogs?
I'm like a chihuahua.
One of those irritating dogs that somebody puts a sweater on and takes to Trader Joe's?
I would like to be comfortable and, just chilling for most of the day.
And you don't want to be stuck outside.
What was Pernell Whitaker?
Sweet pea.
Sweet pea, there it is.
There you go.
And there we go as Yazmin lands that left hook to the body. Another one right on the belt line. Perla tries to work her way out, but then again, that left hook just keeps coming. I'd like to see her put that right hand up a little higher and maybe shift over to the left, Beto, to get off line of that.
Number 5.
Entertaining fight.
Yeah. It's scheduled for 6, round number 5. This is where if you're Perla's team, you want to see her start separating herself.
Yes, but Yazmin is making it very difficult because she's right up on her chest. She's got her hands up. She's bending her knees. She has a good lead left hook. She shifts. She's a little susceptible to the straight punches because Perla's length down the 1-2. I'd really like to see Perla really land a stiffer right hand, just like that, and then move out of the way. Good.
We're sitting right next to Manny Robles, and he keeps yelling, middle of the ring.
Absolutely.
What does that mean, Mike?
Well, you want to own the middle of the ring. When a taller fighter can own the middle of the ring and they're not getting pushed back, they can punch in range, and the extension of their punches, they can hit their opponent, but their opponent's going to have a tougher time hitting them.
Man, Perla is relentless. And so is Yazmin Martinez. These two ladies, if this was scheduled for 8-10 rounds, it'd be a different fight. But right now they got to get at
good uppercut by Perla. Great uppercut. You can see the blood come out of Yazmin's mouth, and another left hook.
Best shot of the night so far.
Absolutely. And being this close to the corner and hearing Manny talk, I've worked so many fights, world title fights with Manny. I almost feel like I'm going to go up the steps with him.
Yeah, Mike, you got your sport coat on.
That's true. And Manny did an excellent job when Toro Resendez fought Caleb Plant. They had an excellent game plan, and to Toro's credit, he listened to every instruction that Manny gave.
Swelling on the right side of Yazmin. That's from those hooks from Perla Bazaldua.
Absolutely. And I noticed they started to
Another shot.
They started to touch her face a little bit, but she started to swell. It won't be an issue in a 6-round fight, but like you mentioned, if it was an 8 or a 10-round fight, it may actually be more significant. Good jabs as Perla had a really good round.
Real good round for Perla Bazaldua.
And there's some action, a good straight over the jab right hand. She measures off, but look, Yazmin comes right. That uppercut was a really good shot. And if you notice, Perla really had her hands up that round. and some good exchanges. She was getting the better of the exchanges with Yazmin. And I like what she did there. Normally she would have got hit with that hook as they're showing. She actually blocked that hook. And she did the smart thing by measuring off and then tying her up so she could get back to what Manny Robles was saying, get back to that center of the ring. And when you have a length and reach, that's where you want to fight at.
Go back.
Sixth and final round. Fun fight between the women.
Rayitos, she has a little bit of her own to say about this.
Well, coming out aggressive.
It's one of those things, Beto. It's a really competitive fight. I just think Perla's gotten the best of most rounds. Cleaner, more effective, eye-catching punches that the judges can see.
Snapping back the head again, does Perla. That's good movement right there. Excellent.
And I think that's exactly what Manny Robles was talking about.
Perla with some blood in her mouth. So both fighters with bloody lips as the blood go flying here ringside.
I would definitely like to see Yazmin fight again.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I think there might be some people who say, I don't want to see Yazmin because I don't want to put her up against one of my prospects.
Yeah, she just spit out some blood that landed about 4 inches from Lindsay's.
Welcome to boxing, Lindsay.
I've noticed this happens often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you wear dark colors ringside.
Good exchange. Perla's really finding the range, even on the inside. Her conditioning, she got her second win. She looks less tired, Beto, in the 6th round than she did in the 3rd round.
Perla is all about horses. She wants to buy horses, own horses, all about the Western wear. Would love to, she said, retire in Mexico with my horses on a ranch. And the way that she's going, Mike, she's going to have a really nice career at only 20.
Absolutely. Don't be surprised in about a year and a half, 2 years, you see her as a world champion. Now she's really found some defensive responsibility. She's blocking that hook more than she's taking it now because she's, as we like to say in boxing, she's grabbing the phone, which means she's got her right hand around her ear, and you can definitely see that. Wow, they both really gave it their all.
Yeah, they did.
And the fans are really going to stand on their feet when this bell rings.
Excellent fight. Excellent fight. 6 excellent rounds between Perla Bazaldua and Yazmin Martinez, and it'll go to the judges' scorecards. I'm impressed by that young lady from Mexico City.
Absolutely, and I'm impressed by Edgar Yasso picking up and walking Perla around the ring. Not only does he take a good shot, he can lift you up in victory.
Yeah. And Manny said it was going to be difficult, and he knew what kind of fight they had, but he was very confident in Perla's ability.
And now he already knew, he knows what kind of fighter he has in her, as she's only in her 4th professional fight.
Yeah, she had to dig down.
Yazmin is no easy out.
And there you see that shirt of all the fighters that come out of Romanza Gym. With Nacho Beristain.
All those world champions. Perla got a little blood on her lip. She was in a fight. You see her dad in the background. Manny Robles Jr., who's developing into an excellent trainer.
Yes, he is.
Like my mom always says, apples make apples. Manny's dad was an excellent trainer. Manny's a world-class trainer, and guess what? The next generation.
Yep, the late Chato Robles.
Good fight, Beto. That was a great fight.
It was going to go to the judges' scorecard. Lupe Contreras is talking with the commission. And when Lupe is ready, we'll get that announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after going all 6 action rounds inside the DMG boxing ring, we go to the scorecard. Judge Rosario scores about 58-56 in favor of Bazaldua. Judge Scott Stevens scores it 59-55 in favor of Martinez Jimenez. And Judge Villarreal scores the bout 57-57. This bout is declared a split draw.
And the fans not real happy with that. Perla being the local gal, I'm sure she had a lot of fans here.
So Perla Bazaldua is now 3-0-1. Yazmin Martinez 3-2-2. I don't know about that one.
As good as Yazmin fought, Beto, Perla was getting the better at least 4 of those 6 rounds, in my opinion. She landed the cleaner, sharper punches. I think she's going to be more disappointed in the draw than Yazmin will.
Manny looks over right now. He says 4-2 on his side.
And that's kind of what I saw. The rounds that Perla won were more convincing, and that's not to impugn what Yazmin Martinez Jimenez did, but there's a scoring and there's a reason for the scoring. Just because somebody's doing better does not mean they won the round.
I could see 4-2 for me, but 5-1 in favor of Yazmin, no.
Okay, and I could even, won't get super mad about 3-3, but 5-1.
Hey, learning experience for a young fighter. Never leave it in the hands of judges. And here are the highlights here from what was a very fun fight.
It was, and both fighters fought excellent. I just thought Perla outclassed her a little bit, and there's some highlights here. And Yazmin never stopped. She never stopped coming forward. She was determined. She gave Perla all she could handle. But there you go. That nice crisp jab. And I think if you're in Yazmin's corner, you could defend what the decision was as well.
Absolutely. Hey, regardless of